I'm gonna set this up real quick. I am literally in my bed. I'm supposed to be resting. I had an iron infusion on Thursday, and I normally, whenever I have an iron infusion, I feel fucking horrible afterwards. The next couple of days, but I feel better after that. But in my tenure of just like relaxing, so to speak, and not doing anything, I'll be playing chess online. And so I'm like, I was like laying down and I was playing this guy, or it could have been a computer, I'm not sure. But bro was eating my ass up in chess. And I had to like step back for a minute because I was like, damn, bro, okay. I was like, okay. And then I realized that a lot of times people don't be knowing. They don't be knowing, they don't be understanding like just how chess and why the queen, because I look at everything that happened in my life, I look at how to learn from it, right? I look at it like, what can I take from this experience or whatever to make my shit better? Like, I'm always in search. Like, that's why I always say, I will definitely, I'm always a student. I am a student to life. I am a student to things going on and just, oh, thank you. Just everything that's around us, right? And so I was thinking about the queen, and I was thinking about the queen in chess. And one thing about my husband is that he is a huge chess player, which kind of made me like learn chess a little bit more in the pieces, and so that I could play him. Cause like he's so fucking good at playing chess. And a great chess player can see a few moves ahead, but a grand chess player, they can see the beginning to the end of the game, right? And so I thought to myself, what is the fucking queen? What is the queen? And just how important and how active she is a piece in chess because of its uniqueness. Because chess is not something that everybody can play. Most people know how to play checkers because it's easier, but not a lot of them know how to play chess, right? So I thought about the power and the flexibility and the strategicness and the leverage, not because the game is lost when she falls, because that's the distinction that belongs to the king. But I thought about the mobility. I thought about the mobility of her. And so this is why I came up with this. And I wanted to share this. Damn, it's a lot of... Is it because I went on my live on my phone? Because I normally don't get all of this trash when I go on my computer. Is it a particular setting or something? I don't know. But anyway, here's what I came up with. And y'all probably want to take notes and stuff like this. The first thing I'm going to say is the maximum mobility and range of the queen when she's playing chess. And I want you to think about this as I'm saying it. I want you to think about the mobility and the range. Now, the queen combines the movement of the rook, and that's R-O-O-K. Y'all look it up, and the bishop. So it's any number of squares, horizontal, vertical, diagonal. Both have immediate access to the wings of the board. That makes her the fastest. She's the fastest force, the multiplier in chess. So one fucking queen, right? One queen can defend multiple threats simultaneously. Okay? She can switch from defense to attack in a single fucking move. This is the queen. And she controls the long diagonals and open files with minimal support. This is the shit that I learned from my husband, because again, he is a great chess player, like to the point where we went to New Orleans one time and we literally went on Bourbon Street, and you know how like people be sitting there and they be playing chess for money. He beat the fucking dude that sit on the streets and fucking plays chess for money. He beat him. And he beat me every time. He beats me. He beats me every time. And I hate playing him because I can't stand a chance, because he knows my moves, right? And so I thought about this as making it applicable to how you move as the queen of your home, as the queen of your relationship, as the queen of yourself. And I thought to myself, no other person, no other piece matches this versatility. No other piece. And I thought to myself, I thought that the queen comes with a tactical dominance, right? It's the most decisive tactical motifs involving the queen. And this is how I think you should make it applicable to your life. Because think about it. The pins, the skewers, discovered attacks, double attacks, and checkmates. So the queen's ability to coordinate with any piece, especially the rook and the bishops, always allows complex combinations. And if you don't know nothing about chess, you should look it up, because that's how you play your life more strategically and more structured. And that's why a lot of you guys fail, because you're not structured enough, right? And it's also, there's simple moves, but they're not possible without her presence, right? So in practical terms, literally the queen turns ideas into outcomes. So what the fuck are you doing, right? Because think about it. She is a centralized power, and she's a centralized power without, I'm not sure what happened. Well, what the fuck? I'm not sure what happened. What the fuck? So I don't know if somebody's like reporting it and it do that. I don't know. But I'm trying to help those who want to hear that, which is why I don't be on YouTube like that, or I make my videos. You just have to, watch them. So again, she is a centralized power without commitment, right? She's a well-placed queen. She's a well-placed queen. And her influence on the board, she's a huge influence, but she doesn't have to fully commit to one side, right? So unlike the rooks, which need open files, or the bishop, which are color bound, the queen adapts instantly to changing structures, which is kind of like what we do, right? So this is why premature queen loss, right, often results in passive plays and structural collapse, and then the inability to respond to threats on multiple fronts. And that kind of like what women go through every day. Um, and then I thought about the psychological and the strategic weight that the queen, meaning you, so even at the highest level, the queen exerts a psychological pressure, right? Like players must constantly calculate the queen's threats. A single oversight can be catastrophic, right? And the queen trades often signal strategic shift. I don't think people literally understand the game of chess. And we need to understand what we play, what we are, who we are, how we play our hand. That is my whole premise for this conversation. It's controlling the queen or forcing its trade. It determines who dictates the pace of the game. Then you have the end game decisiveness, right? In the end games, a queen often she equals multiple minor pieces. So a queen versus a rook plus a pawn is often winning. A queen plus a pawn versus a queen frequently hinges on precision and tempo. So the queen's checking distance and her ability to escort pawns to make her decisive in promotion and racing. Why the queen is more important than the king, but not more valuable, meaning you are extremely important. You're not more valuable than the king per se, but you are definitely needed. What do I mean by that? See, the king is sacred. If you lose it, you lose the game. The queen is instrumental. You lose it and you just lose control, but you still got the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can sacrifice a queen and still win because we still win even though we sacrifice ourselves. But you can't sacrifice the king because if you do, then you've lost the whole game. But without the queen, winning becomes harder, slower, and definitely more fragile, which means the queen is needed on the board. Hello. Got all these trolls. Do I need not to come on Saturdays? Cause shit. I love this, Duchess. Oh, thank you. I used to play and forgot you making this sound like poetry because it is. It is. It definitely it is. What cuss me out? So applying the queen principle to spiritual knowledge means understanding how authority range works, coordination, and how to operate in the inner work in the same way you do on a chessboard. See, this is not about ego or domination, which is why a lot of us lose. It's about functional power. See, the queen represents an integrated authority, right? Like spiritually, the queen is the integrated wisdom. So how much are you practicing wisdom, right? It's the mind, it's the thought, it's the logic, it's the discernment, the intuition, it's the spirit, it's the perception, it's the knowing, right? It's the action, it's the decision, it's the movement, it's the execution. See, most people operate like minor pieces. Only intuition, no structure, only logic, no fucking spirit, and only action, no reflection. See, the queen moves because she's whole. Spiritual power increases when knowledge is not fragmented, right? So do not study spirituality in silos. Ask, how does this belief affect my decisions? How is your belief system right now affecting your decisions? How does rituals change my behavior, right? Like, how does insight restructure my life? See, if it doesn't move something, then it's not queen energy. If you're not moving something, you are not exhibiting the queen energy that's inside of you. See, the queen teaches range, not overexposure. See, the queen sees the entire board, but she's not reckless. Most of us are so reckless. You get emotional, you get mad, you get upset. How dare this person? They can do whatever the fuck they want. But you got to have range, and you got to have some thick fucking skin. So there's no overexposure. See, you got to learn how to calm the fuck down and see the entire fucking board, not just a few moves. See, you can't be reckless. You can't be reckless. You can't be reckless. You cannot be reckless. And you got to be focused. And you can't be easily distracted. For you to play chess, you got to be hyper-focused. Hyper-focused. If you are not a queen, then I'm not talking to you now, am I? See, many people overshare. They overshare their practices. They overshare their intentions. People not going to understand them on purpose. They overshare their wounds. That's how you trauma bond. That is not healing. And they overshare their plans. Until you have worked it all out, stop telling people your plans. Until you got all the pieces to go the way that you want them to do, stop telling people your plans. Stop seeking validation. Stop seeking people to understand what your plans are. Because you know what happens? That becomes a pawn behavior. Visible, vulnerable, and expendable. And that's how most of us move. Most of the bitches that you know, they are not queens. They are fucking pawns. And they're pawns on your fucking chessboard. And you letting them make moves they ain't supposed to fucking make. They're fucking pawns. Pawns are always expendable. They hold somewhat of a value, but they're never, never as valuable as you are. You need to remember that. See, you got to learn how to speak less about what you're building. You got to learn how to observe more before intervening. That's why some people, when they going through shit, the first thing y'all want to do is to fix them. Now, some people deserve to go through the shit that they going through because that's their fucking karma, because they did some shit and that's where the fuck they were at. See, move when impact is guaranteed, not when it's in question. And that is how a lot of y'all move. And that's why a lot of y'all fail. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to tell people your plan, but tell them when you work them out. Don't tell them when you're still in the planning process. Fuck them. And they don't need to know. They don't need to know until everything is already aligned and they can't stop shit. See, the queen doesn't replace the king. In spiritual terms, the king is your core truth. It's your soul. It's the covenant. The queen equals your implied wisdom. See how they go hand in hand? See, spiritual knowledge is not meant to override your core values. People have that fucked up. People don't understand how fucked up that is. See, that's why a person could be gifted and they lack structure. They could be gifted but chaotic as fuck. They could be gifted and they hold no wisdom. They're just very knowledgeable. Thank you, LaShora. I appreciate that. You have to know your place, and you also have to know what his place is, because if you don't even understand the king, there's no way that you can understand what your job is to do in that particular relationship. Because it's not about who brings what to the table. That ain't got shit to do with nothing, really. Honestly, it don't. Because you can either build with this motherfucker, or he can have a table, but you bring the chairs, or you can have the chairs and he bring the table. I don't know. But a lot of people, they hold the knowledge, but they don't hold the wisdom. So they don't know how to apply it because they're not structured. They're just systematically everywhere. And because they hold it systematically everywhere and they hold the knowledge, but they don't have the emotional maturity to sustain it. So it comes off being bully energy or mean energy or passive aggressive energy. I just want you to ask yourself this. Is what you doing, does it protect your integrity? Does this align with your long-term self? Does this preserve your center? Because if it costs you your center, it's not about the wisdom. It's about the appetite. See, the queen coordinates. She does not do everything. See, this is the problem with us too. We think we have to have our hand in everything. But since you lack structure, you have no choice but to try to control everything because you don't know how to delegate anything. You haven't vetted people out, so you don't know what their capabilities are. You haven't even vetted the nigga you fucking. You just fuck them because it feel good. See, this is not queen-like behavior. This is not me talking about anybody. This is not me judging anybody. This is me simply giving you the rules to chess. See, the queen doesn't win alone. She literally activates the other pieces. Who are you activating around you? Who are the people that's in your circle? Because if them hoes can't be activated, they are pawns and will be easily dismantled, moved around, and you will lose them because they lose themselves. And you don't give them a sense of purpose, meaning direction, so they don't know what to do. You're supposed to be able to activate the pieces that are around you, including the people. Do you get what I'm saying? So spiritually, that means what? Knowledge should be activated, and it should activate discipline. This is not me judging you. This is just simply saying we need to tighten up certain things if you want them to be better. And it's nothing wrong with that. That's why y'all have to make sure that y'all are connecting to the right people. The blind can't lead the blind. You understand what I'm saying? See, insight should activate boundaries. Insight should automatically activate boundaries. Wisdom, there should be boundaries. Now, knowledge could be for anybody, but wisdom, it comes boundaries, and you learn those boundaries. See, awareness should activate change. If you are aware that a motherfucker is a liar, why the fuck would you think that they're going to tell you the truth? Why would you think that you're any different from what historically their history has showed you? See, if your spirituality makes you passive, or it makes you confused, or it makes you over accommodating, and it makes you spiritually dependent, then you are not using queen energy. You are giving all yours away. See, think about this. Let knowledge assign roles. What do I stop? What do I reinforce? What do I remove? What do I protect? See, the queen is powerful because she's expendable, right? The queen could be sacrificed if it secures the king. But y'all sacrificing yourselves for fucking pawns. You know that nigga that you got with and you was trying to think outside the box because he was different from what you normally date because he was the safe guy, but he wasn't the safe guy. He was the most passive, aggressive, narcissistic son of a bitch that you've ever met in your whole entire life. Oh, wait. Am I talking about my own past experiences? See, spirituality, your methods can change. Your language can change. Your tools can change. But your core truth never changes. So what is your core truth? I don't want you to ever become attached to one practice, one identity, and one label. Spiritual maturity is knowing what can be released without losing yourself. The queen moves when timing is correct. Emotional moving, no process, no planning, no time, no effort, no foreseeing, no foresight. That is not a queen move. Now, I'm not saying that you're not a queen. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying tighten your shit up. You're leaving your queen unattended and unprotected. And you are shortening all of her moves. See, a premature queen move in chess, it's punished. See, spiritually, acting too soon exposes you. You ain't make a motherfucker work for that. The fuck? Speaking too early invites interference. See, because you're not actually reading the room, you're just going in talking, you're not paying attention like you should be because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means you're supposed to listen more than you're supposed to talk. Also, claiming authority before structure invites collapse. Let's observe and precede action, right? Let's let confirmation precede declaration, right? Let alignment precede movement. I want you to apply every type of spiritual knowledge. It's not a mystical performance. It's not performative. It's just strategic alignment. I move in strategic alignment. I move in strategic alignment. The king is your truth. The board is your life. And the queen is the wisdom in motion. So when knowledge moves correctly, your life reorganizes around it. That is chess. And I didn't realize it till I was just in here playing a game of it. And I just wanted to share that. I wasn't trying to make it long or nothing like that. I wasn't trying to make this video long. But it's just that I can turn anything into something spiritual and you can learn from it. And I thank God that's my gift. I thank God one of my gifts is I always can look at things in perspective. It's really hard to piss me off about something because I don't look at it like that. I just think, what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn? What was I supposed to learn in this? And then I think, and then I move accordingly. That's all I wanted to say. Tomorrow I am going to be doing, we're going to be doing a structural, funny, real Bible story time. It's a whole little series that I'm doing on Sundays. So we're going to start off with Genesis. So be ready. And I'm going to try to do it like in the morning, maybe like 9 or 10 or something like that. So I just wanted to share that. I wasn't trying to make it long or nothing like that. I was just playing a game of chess and all of this stuff hit me. And I was like, I need to fucking get it out. And I need to say it. And so that's what I did. And I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all continue to have a great Saturday. Many blessings and peace be upon each and every one of you. All right? Ashe.